Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing good. Be safe, stay home, children. As you know the situations which is going on in our country, in fact overall, I just wanted to tell you something regarding the same. You all know that we are not able to conduct the lectures in the school. So that is the reason we teachers are providing you online coaching, online teaching through YouTube videos. It's a request, humble request from our teacher side that kindly study sincerely from your home as well. Though it is a YouTube videos which has been shared to you, you will be given proper guidance with related to the subject by the respective teachers. Okay. Second thing, now that you have entered your 11th standard science stream, you have opted for different subjects, wherein I am your bio teacher, and we have 22 chapters overall, with consisting of 5 units. Okay, and until 10th standard science as a subject, you had one textbook, one NCERT textbook, and it was segregated into physics, chemistry, and bio in that textbook only, right? And this year, in 11th standard, you have separate physics book, separate chemistry, separate bio, and separate mathematics, right? So it's in detail. You have to learn it all in detail properly, right? Thoroughly, you are going to learn these things. So kindly go through all your. If you have your old mates like textbook, then kindly refer the textbook, refer the reference, refer their notebook, whatever notes they have. So at least you have an idea that this chapter has these many things. So with the positivity, let's begin with the first chapter of biology, that is the living world. So when we say about biology as a subject, what do you mean by biology? Bios means life, right? And logos means study. So study of different life forms is known as biology. You can term it like this, or you can term it as biology is a science that deals with study of different life forms. Next you can say it as biology is a study of evolution. Yes, through evolution also we study the different life forms on the earth. Now the systematic information about an organism or the systematic information of a life form was possible through identification, classification, nomenclature. Okay, by identification, nomenclature, classification, that is taxonomy, that you name it as. Taxonomy is the arrangement of principle, right? So that is taxonomy. Then if the organism has to pass a characteristic, how will it pass? Now say for example, organism having past, present and future. All these organisms have passed their hereditary characteristics from one generation to the next generation. Yes or no? So it the living world deals with the study of these different vast diversity of different life forms. Diversity related to habitat, anything it can be related to, right? So what do you mean by living? The term living means what? The characteristic exhibited by a living organism is termed as living. This does not complete the definition. What makes it complete? Now living is categorized into different characters. There are 5 characters total. The first one is known as growth. The second is known as reproduction. The third one is known as metabolism. The fourth is cellular organization. And the fifth is the consciousness. Okay, I repeat, the first one is the growth, second reproduction, third metabolism, fourth cellular organization, fifth consciousness. Okay, now out of all the 5, the first 2, that is growth and reproduction, they are not defining property, while the other 3, metabolism, cellular organization and consciousness, are all defining properties. Now how do you term it as defining property? Now defining means what? The organism which has no exception is known as defining property. Now hope you understood what is defining and non-defining, right? So these are the 5 different characteristics. Now as I told you all the 5 different names of the characters related to the living world, living. Let's go into the detail about all the five. The first one, as I said, is growth. Now, growth, increase in size of the mass, or increase in size of mass of the cells, which occurs in the part of a body or a complete cell, is termed as a growth. That comprises complete organism itself, that is termed as a growth. Okay, now this growth is actually occurring through metabolism only. That is the anabolic reaction or the anabolism. Okay, you can say the synthetic reaction or the anabolism is much more than the destructive processes, that is catabolism. Growth occurs. Now, growth can be of different types. It can be intrinsic or extrinsic. It can be unlimited or limited. Now, when I say intrinsic growth means what? The growth happening from inside of the body of an organism. When I say extrinsic, the growth that happens from the outside of the body of an organism. When I say unlimited growth, means the growth that happens throughout the lifespan of an organism, that can only occur in plants, not in animals. While in limited, it is to a particular age only the growth can happen. So that is only applicable for animals and not in plants. This is about growth. So it is not a defining property, right? Second character that I have to say is what? The reproduction. Now, reproduction again is not a defining property. How? Reproduction means what? Giving rise to a new individual, or the progeny, right, is known as a reproduction. Now, reproduction can be categorized as two. We have already studied in 10th standard how do organisms reproduce. It is categorized into two. One is asexual reproduction and one is sexual reproduction. When I say asexual reproduction, only one parent is involved in the asexual reproduction, when there is no fusion of gametes. While in sexual reproduction, there are two parents involved, right, where there is fusion of gametes. So here you can say what? There are different types also for asexual reproduction that is happening in unicellular and multicellular organisms, right? So this is not a defining property, reproduction. The third character is the metabolism. Now, the sum total of the living, or the sum total of the chemical reaction taking place in a living body is called metabolism. Now, metabolism can occur in unicellular organism as well as in multicellular organism. Now, whenever a metabolism occurs, like say all the living organisms undergo metabolism. Now, this particular metabolism is a defining property because there is no exception here. All organisms are made up of big or small molecules. Now, how much ever processes they undergo, they form different chemical reaction, or they form different chemicals. So that is a part of metabolism. So all plants, animals, fungi, microbes, they undergo metabolism. The next fourth one is the cellular organization. Now, cell is the basic unit of life, right? So whenever I say the fundamental the basic structural function unit of life is what? The cell, right? So cell is actually all the living organism is composed of what? Cell. So every organism starts its life from a single cell, and hence cellular organization is a defining property because it has no exception. So cellular organization, you can also say that unicellular and multicellular. Like unicellular is a single cell organism, multicellular is a with many cells. Multicellular meaning what? Consisting of more than 2 cells in a living organism, that is multicellular organisms. The fifth one is consciousness. Now, ability to sense the environmental stimuli and to respond to that stimuli is termed as consciousness. It is the most complicated character of life forms, or the living, you can say. We sense this physical, chemical and biological senses through our sense organs. Okay. Plants also respond to stimuli. How do they respond to stimuli? Through factors, abiotic factors like what? The wind, the light, the temperature, etc. And even by pollution they can give response to stimulus. Now, common examples of response, if I have to say, for consciousness of plants. Now, plants only some plants give flowers in particular season, yes or no? So this is photoperiodism. Same with animals. Animals only breed at particular season, so this is seasonal breeders. So this is a part of consciousness. Now, the superior ones among the life forms, all the life forms, the superior ones is known as the superior consciousness is for whom? For the human itself. They are said that they have self-consciousness. So, human is the only origin which has self-consciousness among them, right? So, hence it is proof that consciousness is a defining property of living. So, all the 5 characters, that is the growth, reproduction, metabolism, cellular organization, consciousness, all are covered. So kindly study these characters. Now only very basic thing is completed right now. Out of all the chapters, the easiest one is living world. So we have just covered the very basic concept of living world. In the next video, I'll be continuing the concept of the living world. Okay, thank you.